Hello and welcome to another one of my videos on Spitit FBL systems. In this video I will not go into detail on what the settings mean, etc, etc. If you want to see those, please go and watch one of my other videos that I have made on the rescue functions. In today's video I'm going to cover setting up recovery using gyro or negative gyro value on your FBL controller. Say you have a 6-channel radio. You don't have an extra channel that you can assign and override the stabilization or enable stabilization on your controller. So what do? Well, Spitit provides an option for you to use the gyro channel, which you have to have anyway. So in my case, it's channel 5, and override that value so that it enables rescue. And to do this, it is super easy. I am connected with my Spitit settings app. I just go to Stabby tab, and you'll see at the moment it's still disabled, and it tells you right here how to do this. And then on the bottom it says negative gyro gain, apply. Once I do this, it has now enabled that option, right? It won't work yet because there's one more thing you have to do, and that's on your radio. And this is where it tells you exactly what you need to do. You need to go on your radio and say, normal flight, my heading hold needs 60 or 75 or 100%, whatever the radio is that you're using, and whatever the heading hold or gyro gain that you have to keep your helicopter stable, you'll have that value in. Now, to enable rescue, you take and put a negative in front of that value. So if you have 60 or 75 or 95 or 100, whatever, you just put a negative in front of it, and that would then engage rescue mode. So now that we've enabled the function, we need to go and show you how to do this. Now, I mentioned you can't use a switch, right? So in my channels, you'll see that I don't have stabby mode engaged here. There's nothing enabled for stabilization. In the next section, I will show you two different examples of radios. First, OpenTX radio, and then a Jeti transmitter. And you can look at both of these and maybe get some idea how to do it, or maybe using one of those, and so that'll help you out. Now in this example, I'm using a Jumper T16 OpenTX transmitter. You might be using something different, but they should be all fairly similar. To enable the gyro override, what I'll do is go into settings, go backwards in pages here, so I don't have to go through all of those pages. And in the special functions, I will add another entry. So we'll say for this, we will use, and I'll just enable that field, operate stabilization on the switch that I have. And you heard it say that already, and that's because I already had a play track entry to say if SF is operated, play that track. Whatever you want to do there. So we'll be using SF to do that. Override is the default that comes up, and in my case, since gyro is on channel 5, we'll so go and override channel 5 to a value, right? And in my case, I was using negative 75, so we'll put, or positive 75 for my gyro gain, and so the override I'm making negative 75. And of course, you want to make sure that you enable that function to work. And that's it. Now my radio is configured. That's as easy as that. There's really nothing more to it. Similarly, on the Jeti, we have options to override our gyro output. I'm doing it one way. There's probably more ways to do this, so feel free to comment and let me know how to do this easier, better if you would. But for me, I went into Model, Function Assignments, went and found my gyro. In this case, it's channel 6, as you can see. And I assigned my momentary switch to the input control for gyro sense. All right, so you could assign anything here. Initially, I had like a proportional control on there so I can find the value that I wanted for gyro, for my heading, my gyro sensitivity, if you would. And now I have found a value, I have hard programmed it in, and I'll show you what that means next. So now that we've set our temporary switch for gyro sense, we will go back out, and then we're going to go to heli tuning. And here we go to gyro settings. So in gyro settings, you can see that I'm using 75% currently for my standard heading control, right? This is my sensitivity setting that I've done for the gyro. Now to make that change to control the rescue mode, you will have to operate that switch, and you'll see when I do here, that changes to -75. And the way to do that is just when you pull the switch, you select that setting, highlight the value, and you can change this to what you need it to be. So by default, it'll be something else, right? I just matched it now to what my, so let me show you. So I'll make it 85 here, let go, and you see it's 75. So just to change that, we're gonna go back to 75, oops, the other way around. Enter, and now, as you can see, when I operate my switch, I now have that value go into my radio, or to my fly wireless controller. So in my case, I just went in, and on my radio, I applied that. And so when I activate my recovery or rescue switch, stabilization on, you can hear the radio say I just pushed that switch, and you can see on the diagnostics tab here, rescue is engaged. And I can actually see on my helicopter the pitch has changed so that rescue mode is enabled. And that is all there is to using a 6-channel radio using the gyro gain, negative gyro gain, to enable rescue. Hopefully this has been useful to you. Like, subscribe, and comment, ask, and I'll see if I can help you. Thank you very much for watching.